everybody, what's up? Welcome back to an exciting episode of Fandom Fights. It's midday, the sun's out. You know what that means. David Garcia is playing in a match. I'm excited. I think we're in for a good one. Because David, proven himself, former teams champion, done very well in singles, but would definitely like to sort of up his singles game to sort of a new level. In order to do that, he's going to have to go through rookie sensation Javi Madan. Javi only losing one match so far to the eventual tournament finalist Tyler Birch. Other than that, he hasn't lost. Dude's definitely proven himself to be a force in singles, is proving himself to be a force in teams at the moment. So definitely a hill for David to climb, but whoever comes out on top today will have earned it. I'm very excited, as you should be as well. Let's hear what the players have to say in the promos.
All right, I have 30 seconds. So, I know Javi wanted to do the promo in Spanish, and I was going to do it, but I want to say that it hasn't been my best week health-wise. The thing that I cried about when I won the title has kind of come back, and my blood is bad. I am not working right now because I am physically exhausted. It's like a struggle to literally get out of bed, and I cannot go out for like more than an hour without exhausting myself. And that could be a toll mentally. And I just want to say, thank you to Nick and to Tim for putting this together. Thank you to Javi for being as good as he is, because when I'm struggling to physically, not like physically get up in the mornings, I was like, you know what? Javi's too good for me to stay in bed. So I have to at least watch movies, and watching movies for a purpose just makes me kind of feel like I'm being productive. So yeah, thank you for Javi to literally some days getting me out of bed and to just do stuff because if I stay in bed, it's gonna be worse. So yeah, thank you. Let's play and good luck.
Javi good, Dave better, buy our shit.
He's not going to get me to not be mean by being honest with himself. So here's what we're going to do. I broke it down in a visual graphic here. We got David. I beat David. You beat me. Therefore, in the Nico math laws of transitive properties, should be fine today. You got this. You're having the great season of any real rookie. No sweat.
Yeah. Cool.
Man's making the man. Let's play.
Yeah.
Those are some interesting promos, some honesty, some drawings that probably took a very long time and a lot of hard work were put in. I appreciate them, but I'm excited. I think we're in for a good one. Enough for me. Let's get into the match. Here's how the match is going to work. We're going to start with round number one. Round number one is going to work like this. Each player is going to get 10 questions in the realm of fandom fights. You'll have 15 seconds to write down their answer. At the end of 15 seconds, I will say pens down, at which point they will reveal their answer and say it aloud. Each correct answer is worth 1 point apiece. Should any individual player get all 10 questions correct in round number one, they would receive a bonus question. Each player will have 3 repeats, 1 challenge for the entirety of the match. Players, any questions as we get into round number one?
Nope.
Alrighty. Your first question comes in the category of Alien versus Predator. What is the only part of their body that is physically different between Walter and David when they first meet in Alien Covenant? I hate this series. It sucks. All of them. Every single one. Tim is backstage. I'm trying to elicit reactions. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Javi.
Seems like something androids would have different eyes.
And David.
Hair?
Their hair is correct. One of their hair is longer. So David is correct. Takes the 1-0 lead as we get to the next question, which comes in the category of Disney live action. What is the name of Frank's pet jaguar in Jungle Cruise?
Oh.
I wish I had a jaguar, man. Not even the car, like the animal. I guess the car. If someone said, you can have a jaguar, I wouldn't be disappointed if it was a car and I thought it was the animal. I'd be like, oh, I guess I have a car now. But, the animal. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will go to David.
Tina?
and Javi.
Man, I'm playing great today. I said Pedro.
Both, unfortunately, incorrect. We were looking for the name of a child of Thanos and a space worm. Proxima. Proxima was the answer. And that was a bonus question I was going to write, but they never say her name in freaking MCU. Anyway, all right. Next question. Comes in the category of the MCU. Which MCU film features someone being interrupted by the main villain while trying to download information off of their computer? See, that's why we tend not to talk about other things, because, like, not that that affected anything. Like, it wasn't really related to the question I just asked. But the very next question could have been, like, what's the name of the child that Nick just talked about? It wasn't, but it could have been. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to Javi.
Oh, geez. The Winter Soldier, I think.
And David.
Iron Man.
Iron Man is the correct answer. Pepper and Stain. So David takes the 2-0 lead as we get to the next question, which comes in the category of Middle Earth. How many dwarves stay behind in Lake Town while Thor and others head to Erebor in the desolation of Smaug?
Okay.
What does desolation even mean? Yeah, players, I'm asking you. No, I'm just kidding. You keep thinking.
Do I?
3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to David.
4.
And Javi.
Oh, I thought it was at least 3, so 4 makes sense.
4 is the correct answer. I believe it is Keely, Feely, Ori. Beaufort falls asleep. But 4 is the correct answer. So David will take the 3-0 lead as we get to the next question, which comes in the category of Disney animation. Who voices the algorithm named Yes in Ralph Breaks the Internet? And just in case it's not clear by my pronunciation, there are at least 3 or 4 S's on the end of that name. If that helps. Sorry, if that helps. Tim's got his camera on and he's just sort of holding it up to his face, and it's quite distracting. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Javi.
Taraji P. Henson.
And David.
Taraji P. Henson.
Taraji P. Henson is
Woo!
correct.
Yeah, I did it.
It's 4-1. As we get to the next question, which comes in the category of the world of DC. In The Suicide Squad, what does Waller threaten to do to Bloodsport's daughter that convinces him to join the Suicide Squad? Tim and I believe Cody are watching a Fandom film that I don't want to mention because it could come up, as I just talked about with the earlier example, where like it basically did. That's fine. Answers in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to David.
I don't know if I'm gonna say. Put her in prison.
And Javi.
Yeah, put her in jail.
I will accept both of those answers. Happy 2022.
Yeah, what's that prison jail situation?
Don't
I'm
even
new, so I
worry
don't know
about it,
about
Javi.
that.
If it happened before
Cool.
you, don't even worry about it. Totally fine.
Too long.
All right, your next question is going to come in the category of Star Wars. In The Empire Strikes Back, who takes Han's gun from him in a conference room on Bespin?
Oh.
It's also called a blaster in that universe. Same sort of sitch. StreamYard does a weird thing now where it goes boop when someone enters, and I don't like it. 5, 4, 3,
Testing your speakers on stranger.
1. Hands down, that I will always like. That's totally fine. We'll go to Javi.
Leia.
And David.
Badass. Darth Vader.
Darth Vader is the correct answer. David has a 6-2 lead as we get to the next question, which comes in the category of DC. The main character's identity gets exposed when he becomes a small-town hero in which DC film? testing your speakers. Stream. Sounds like they're working. Have a great show.
Okay.
I didn't do that, but 5, 4, 3.
Repeat the question.
Repeat.
I heard Javi first, so that's going to be Javi's repeat. Question again. The main character's identity gets exposed when he becomes a small-town hero in which DC film? Tim is mouthing something, but he may just be talking to other people in the room. All the people backstage, you have access to the settings. Try and get rid of that bloop thing. I don't like it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with David.
A history of violence.
And Javi.
I said red.
A history of violence is the
Yeah,
correct
makes
answer.
sense.
David up 7-2.
Okay, upside down.
As we get to the penultimate question, which comes in the category of Pixar. The question is, what is the name of Buzz Lightyear's robot cat in Lightyear? It's eligible now.
Yeah, and I watched it too.
Might be the first one we're asking about, but I don't think so. Probably not, because of canonically when we shoot things. I didn't hate this movie. I thought it was useless and there was no point for it. And when they announced it, I was like, well, that's dumb, but it was fine. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to Javi.
Yay, socks.
That's it.
And David.
I said Foss.
Fox is correct. Javi cutting into the lead is 3-7 as we get to the final question. Round number 1, it comes in the category of Star Trek. Name 3 of the 4 people who have directed 2 Star Trek films. Ooh, back is popping. But yeah, Lightyear, it was fine. It was. I would even say it was good. But like when they were like, "We're making a Lightyear movie," I'm like, "Can you not?" How about anything else? No. Great. They're just ruining the Pixar theory is my biggest issue. Like, where's that fit? You tell me. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will go to David.
The Lightyear was made in 1995. It's just released now. Jonathan Frakes, J.J. Abrams, and Leonard Nimoy.
And Javi. Keep that
Jonathan
up.
Frakes, Leonard Nimoy, J.J. Abrams.
So I can accept Javi's, not David's, because yours says Abraham's.
Oh, okay. I thought it was Abrams.
Like Lincoln. So
Sure, yeah, sure.
That's a little different. So Javi will get that point. David will not. Javi cuts into the lead. The final score after round 1 is 7-4. David in the lead. But anything can happen as we get into round number 2. Here's how round number 2 is going to work. It is the wheel round. We have a wheel with 8 fandom categories on it, as well as spinners and opponent's choice. Each player will get a spin at the wheel. If they like what they spin the first time, they can keep it. If not, they can choose to spin again, but they will be forced to keep what they spin the second time. You'll get 5 questions in this category, each worth 2 points apiece, unless you'd like to check down a multiple choice, in which case it will only be worth 1, and be on the lookout as stealing is available in round number 2. Your categories on the wheel today are Star Wars, Disney Animation, Star Trek, James Bond, Disney Live Action, Wizarding World, DreamWorks, and Fandom Quotes. So with that being said, David, you are in the lead. Would you like to spin first or defer?
I think David at 3-point lead is what I would call still spin first category if it was me, but it's up to you.
Yeah, let's see if the pattern is truly broken or just lands on opponent's choice again.
Well, let's find out. David, this will be your first.
Playing well, David. Really well.
Lands on Disney Animation. Would you like to keep it or spin again?
I mean,
It's his strength.
Yeah.
I'm okay at it, really, but what do you think? It's 3 points. Do you think we can try?
I think you're capable of at the very least multiple choicing your way through this round, and that means you can do that 3 times just to have it be a tie. I think it's. I consider it in our team stuff. It's the stuff you're better at than I am. I would, if I was you, I'd probably keep it. There's one or two things maybe I wouldn't want on that wheel, but it's a good wheel, so
Okay, let's keep it.
Yeah.
All right. Sounds good. We will be keeping it as I get a handle on the... All right, cool. David, are you prepared for your questions in the category of Disney animation?
Let's hope so.
All right, your first question. Which Disney animated film features a horse named Frou Frou and a mouse named Roquefort?
The Aristocats.
That's correct for 2 points. Second question. What is the last name of the family that Encanto focuses around?
The Madrigal.
That is correct for 2 points. Your third question. Who voices Chicken Little's teacher, Mr. Woolensworth, in Chicken Little?
Patrick Stewart.
That is correct. 2 points. Your penultimate question. In Beauty and the Beast, who disguises themselves as a snowman to hide outside of Belle's house?
Can you remind me of the score, please?
It is 13-4. 5. 3.
Clocksworth.
That is incorrect. Javi, chance for the 2-point steal. Five, 4, 3.
Repeat the question, please.
All right, that is Javi's second repeat. Question again. In Beauty and the Beast, who disguises themselves as a snowman to hide outside of Belle's house?
I don't remember this at all, so I'm going to go LeFou.
Yep.
That's correct for a 2-point steal.
So I shall repeat.
All right, and David, your final question in Disney animation. Which member of Hero's family dies in Big Hero 6?
His brother.
That is correct for 2 more points in the end of David's round number 2. He gets his score up to 15, but with that steal, Javi is up to 6. So we will bring back the wheel and Mr. Coho. Javi, this will be your first spin at the wheel.
All right.
Lands on Disney live action. So you can keep it or spin again.
I'd probably keep that.
Yeah, I should keep that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Please, thank you.
All right.
Yeah.
Sounds like a plan. Okay. Javi, are you prepared for your questions in the category of Disney live action?
I hope so.
Look at that. Me too. Okay. I found it. All right. Your first question. Which Disney live action film features 2 dogs named Buddy and Wink?
Multiple choice, please.
Okay, your multiple choice options are: is it A, The Finest Hours, B, The Muppets, C, Enchanted, D, Cruella?
Cruella.
That is correct for 1 point.
Should have gone.
Second question. In The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, what type of creature is Mr. Tumnus?
He's a satyr.
That is incorrect. David, chance for the 2-point steal.
I know it in Spanish. It's the labyrinth of the fucking thing. The phone.
That is correct for a 2-point steal.
Oh,
Can I bring in Coho, please?
You may.
Thank you.
One's out.
So a satyr in mythology is someone who is half goat, half man.
Right. The issue you're going to run into is in the movie that he identifies as a phone.
Okay.
You won't.
And that's fine. And okay, just making sure. Just double check.
Yeah.
All right, Javi, your third question. Who plays Ben's assistant, Riley Poole, in National Treasure?
Multiple choice, please.
Your multiple choice options are: is it A, John Voight, B, Christopher Plummer, C, Justin Bartha, D, Sean Bean?
C.
C is correct for 1 point.
Gosh darn it.
Your penultimate question. $1 Million Arm is about a recruiter searching for players to play which sport?
Baseball.
That is correct for 2 points. And your final question. When leaving Tortuga in Dead Man's Chest, Jack gets his heading after giving his compass to who?
Hate to do it, but I'll go multiple.
Okay, your multiple choice options are: is it A, Elizabeth, B, Gibbs, C, Norrington, D, Will?
Will.
That is incorrect. David, chance for the 1 point steal. Your options again are A, Elizabeth, B, Gibbs, C, Norrington, D, Will.
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth is correct for the 1 point steal in the end of round number 2. With that, Javi gets the score up to 10, but with those steals, David is now up to 18. We still have a game here as we move into round number 3. Here's how round number 3 is going to work. It is the betting round. We have 5 more questions in the realm of fandom fights. Once the players hear the category, they can bet anywhere between 0 and 2 points on the question. If they get the question correct, they will gain those points. If they get the question incorrect, they will lose those points. We will play until someone is mathematically eliminated or we have reached the end of the match. Players, any questions as we get into round number 3?
Nope.
All right, your first category you can bet points on is scores and soundtracks. We'll get bets starting with Javi.
2.
And David.
0.
All right, your question, scores and soundtracks. Name one of the 2 people who composed the score for Constantine. They're making a sequel, I hear, which is just crazy. Like, of all the things. Get answers in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands down. We'll start with David. Bet 0.
Brian Tyler.
And Javi.
This might be it. I said Marco Beltrami again.
And your winner, David Garcia. The correct answers were Brian Tyler or Klaus Badelt. Either one of those 2 would have been an acceptable answer. Great match between 2 great players. One just happened to have a better game today. That's simply what it breaks down to. So without further ado, we'll move into some post-match interviews here as we bring in our unfortunate second-place finisher today, Javi Madan. Javi, since we've seen you play a couple of times now, I think it's safe to say this wasn't your best day. It wasn't your best game that you've played. But if those don't happen to everyone, they'd be lying because they do. It just so happens that you're already at the point in your rookie season where you've had enough games to have a bad game because you've played enough good games to show us how good you can be. Didn't quite get your footing in round 1. You swung for the fences in round 2, trying to close that gap. So I understand the strategy there. And then just weren't able to make a comeback of it in round number 3. Javi, I don't mean to diminish you as a player overall just based on the performance of today's game because you have had an incredible rookie season. But how are you feeling in this aftermath?
Yeah, I mean, I feel good as the season as a whole, just because I mentioned it when I was playing against the Pinheads. It's like I didn't think I'd do this well, full scope of things. This match was bad. Like, it was rough from the beginning. Missed, I think, the first 3 questions. Like, that's immediately not a great sign. Yeah, I don't know. I need to brush up on a few things, certainly. So, yeah, great game to David, though. He played great, as I knew he would, just because he's David. He's a former teams champ for a reason. So, yeah.
Coho, thoughts on Javi's overall season?
Yeah, like today wasn't great, but like you said, dude's like the rookie. Like, he's the rookie of the year. Like, there's not much competition on that front. Javi's played a monster year. So nothing to hang your head about, really. Everyone has the one bad game. I think this is probably the one bad game. So we'll just take the time. We'll do Young Justice stuff for now. We'll come back whenever you have us next and make another run of it next year.
That's what I was going to say. Is Javi, this is your last singles match of the year. This was on track for a title, but we will see you back next year, obviously. But Young Justice, we can announce, has already played in the first round, and they've already won and moved on to the second round. So where this is set, people already know that, and your second round match has not yet premiered. So you and Holtzman will be continuing on in the tournament. Are you looking forward to some more teams play?
Yeah. Now I can focus more on specific. Or first of all, I want to finish all my Fandom movies. There's still a few I haven't seen, so I do want to get those done. And playing in the teams tournament will help with that, just because I'm gonna have to fill in those gaps and rewatch the ones that I thought I knew better. So, yeah.
Fair. All right. Well, Javi, as I said, you've had a great season overall, and we definitely look forward to seeing you back in teams and back in singles again next year. As we bring in our winner today, David Garcia. David, fantastic match.
Thank you.
Incredible, actually. We just talked to Javi, and Javi admitted that he didn't have the best game, but even outside of that, you still played fantastically, to where even if Javi was on his A game, it probably would have been a pretty back-and-forth match. David, you did great in round 1, great in round 2, made some very key steals in a category that I don't know if you've professed any love for in the past.
I love Narnia.
I think there's a love for movies in it, definitely.
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely a great performance. How are you feeling after the win?
I feel good. I mean, that the Abraham's thing, but the thing is, it wasn't a spelling thing. I just thought it was JJ Abrahams, not JJ. So that's not. But I think round 1, I did what I wanted to do. Missed 2 questions that I just didn't know, and then in Disney, I would have probably gotten perfect, but I asked for the score just to see if it was worth the risk to take the 2. If I would have gone multiple choice, I would have remembered LeFou, because I remembered not as soon as, but maybe use for repeat. It was just decisions you make in the game, and then round. And I have been watching some Disney live action movies, and the fun one, yes, I made a rough translation from Spanish, which is fauno. So I kind of made it into English, and it worked. So yeah.
Yes. I think the important thing to stress now is that I think David, especially in that last team style match we played, I think we really saw the importance of momentum. And this is a good way of starting on our journey, which is starting very soon in the teams tournament, of having that momentum. I think that's very, very important. David played very well today, got some steals in a category, as you said, Nick, that a lot of players do not profess a lot of love for. Did very well in his category. Like I said, he made that mistake, but he was able to make up for it. And that gave him the luxury of getting to bet 0 in round 3, which is always a luxury that you want to be afforded. And maybe some questions need to be asked about why a Kingsman is missing a Pirates of the Caribbean question. I think maybe questions of the manager should be asked.
That's me.
Nothing against him. He's having a hell of a year.
With that being said, David, this match was part of a title picture. You are on your way to the singles title bout, which may or may not be held by this person, but we don't know because we haven't got that yet. So
yeah, we don't know.
But you'll be moving on. You'll be 1 match away from a contender match. If you win this next match, you will be in a number 1 contender match. But you're going to have to get through go over a pretty large mountain in the form of one Albert Weird Harma. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, this title picture feels like one of those fighting games towers, because Albert, he's like top 5 Fandom players, active Fandom players, like easy, and I don't think it's even a question.
Challenge for a title this year twice.
For more than once. He pushed Joe to the limit.
Yeah.
So I'll keep doing what I'm doing, trying to get to the level I should be to play those matches. And I have never played Albert 1-on-1 actually, so that should be fun.
Sounds great. I love new matchups. I think it's going to be a fun one. The way you're playing now and the way Albert's been playing all year, I think we're in for a good one. So we'll see you in that next match, David, and we'll see what can mistake in their first round tournament match, I think in a week here. But that'll do it for this match. Thank you to you all for watching. Thank you to Javi. Thank you to David. Thank you to Coho. Thank you to Joe. Thank you to Tim for editing this one, and be sure to check out all the other great Fandom matches happening, as well as Warzone, Logged It, YLS, all the fun stuff. Go check it out. And we'll see you all next time on another exciting episode of Fandom Fights.
We are so glad you came. Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye now. Bye. Bye-bye.
And again, that's the hero gig. Part of the journey is the end.
Goodbye, old friend.
Kitty has to go.